Today, we will dive into the intense and thrilling life of one of the greatest voices of the 21st century, the unforgettable Amy Winehouse. Known as the new queen of soul and jazz diva, Amy not only captured hearts with her powerful and authentic voice, but also left a lasting legacy in music. Amy Jade Winehouse was born in London on September 14, 1983, into a family of amateur and professional musicians. From an early age, music was a constant presence in her life, thanks to her father, who was an amateur singer, and her uncles, who were jazz musicians. These influences shaped Amy's talent from a young age, leading her to engage deeply and meaningfully with music. Even in childhood, Amy faced difficult moments, such as her parents' separation when she was only 9 years old. This experience influenced her personality and behavior, making her a rebellious and often misunderstood young woman. Nonetheless, music was always a refuge and a means of expression for her. At the age of 10, Amy formed a rap group with a friend named Juliet, showcasing her musical versatility early on. At 13, her impressive voice earned her a scholarship to a prestigious theater school, where she could further develop her talent. By 16, she began performing in small jazz clubs in London, marking the start of her professional career. In 1999, thanks to the help of her friend Tyler James, a demo tape of Amy reached the hands of a record label, and she was signed. 4 years later, in 2003, Amy released her debut album, Frank, which was well received by critics and the public. The album highlighted her skills as a songwriter and singer, with songs that uniquely blended jazz, soul, and hip-hop. Despite her initial success, Amy decided to take a break from her career, citing a lack of inspiration to compose. This break lasted 3 years, until in 2006 she returned in full force with the release of her second album, Back to Black. This album was a worldwide success, with hits like E-Rehab, GJ You Know I'm No Good, G and Ya Back to Black. These songs not only topped the charts, but also became anthems for a generation. In 2007, Amy released a version of Ye Valerie, a song by the English band The Zootons, which became another big hit. This version was produced by Mark Ronson and showcased Amy's ability to reimagine and reinterpret other artists' songs. Throughout her career, Amy released 3 studio albums, 3 EPs, and a live album. Her work sold about 40 million copies worldwide, solidifying her place in music history. However, her personal life was marked by turbulent relationships and a constant battle with addiction. Amy's most controversial relationship was with Blake Fielder Civil, a video producer she met in 2005. They married in 2007, but the relationship was tumultuous and full of ups and downs, culminating in a definitive separation in 2009. Blake was a negative influence in Amy's life, introducing her to harder drugs and contributing to the worsening of her health problems. From a young age, Amy struggled with bulimia and began experimenting with drugs at 14. The combination of her personal and professional problems led to a spiral of self-destruction, culminating in her tragic death. On July 23, 2011, Amy Winehouse was found dead in her home in London, a victim of alcohol poisoning. She was only 27 years old. Amy Winehouse joined the infamous E27 Club, a group of talented musicians who died at 27, including names like Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, and Kurt Cobain. Her death was a shock to the music world and left a void that will never be filled. Despite her tumultuous life and premature death, Amy left a musical legacy that continues to inspire and move fans around the world. Her unique voice, honest lyrics, and unforgettable performances ensure that her spirit lives on through her music. Before we delve into the touching words of the Psychographed letter, I would like to make a special request to all of you. If you wish, leave your names or the name of a loved one in the comments. This way, we can include them in our prayer group, which meets every Friday at 6 p.m. at our center. Our goal is to offer the necessary spiritual support during difficult times through our prayers and positive vibrations. For those who have not yet subscribed to our channel, I invite you to do so right now. By subscribing and liking our videos, you help us continue bringing these transformative messages to more people. Together, we can spread the light and knowledge that so greatly guide us on our earthly journey. Now, let's read the letter from our sister.
They tried to make me go to rehab. I said no, no, no. We only said goodbye with words. I died 100 times. I cheated myself like I knew. Tried to make me go to rehab. I said no, no, no. Oh, why don't you come on over, Valerie?
Since childhood, music has always been the driving force in my life. I knew from a very young age that my place was on stage, singing to people and bringing a bit of joy into their lives. And indeed, I succeeded greatly. My songs were heard all over the world, my shows were always packed, and I was idolized by fans. However, success has its price, and it didn't take long to manifest. The pressure to be perfect became increasingly oppressive. I needed to maintain the image of an impeccable star, which meant not only singing well but also looking stunning. I was led to experiment with drugs to stay in shape, to endure the exhausting tours, and to cope with the relentless pressure. At first it seemed like harmless fun, but gradually the drugs began to dominate me. I lost control over my life and career. My shows started to be cancelled, my fans drifted away. I was aware that I was losing everything I had achieved, but I couldn't stop. I sank deeper into addiction until, inevitably, I overdosed. I was alone at home after a wonderful performance, where I had just danced. I should have been happy, celebrating another participation in a show with Johnny Braunfeld, but all I felt was an immense void and deep sadness. I ended up drinking more whiskey than my body could handle. I closed my eyes and everything went dark. When I opened them again, I was in a strange place, a sort of ghost town, dark and grim. There were people walking the streets. I was trapped in a limbo, a place between life and death. I remembered the stories I heard as a child about lost souls wandering in darkness with no hope of salvation. I knew that this was what I had become, but I didn't want to stay there forever. I wanted to return, fix my mistakes, have another chance. I started walking aimlessly, trying to find a way out. I met other lost souls along the way. Some seemed desperate, others had accepted their condition. I couldn't accept it, I couldn't give up. I don't know how long I spent in that place, but it felt like years. I went through moments of fear, sadness, and anger. I never knew what awaited me after death, but I certainly didn't expect this. The limbo was a dark and terrifying place, filled with dark spirits who seemed to delight in torturing and humiliating me. They dragged me into the darkness, tearing my soul to pieces, then left me alone to recover before starting all over again. This was how I lived for days, weeks, months, perhaps even years. At first, I thought it was a nightmare that would soon pass, but the pain, the suffering, and the darkness were very real. And the worst part was that there was no escape, no place to run. I was trapped, condemned to suffer forever. Sometimes the dark spirits would appear in front of me, laughing and mocking me. They seemed to enjoy my agony, and I knew it was useless to beg for mercy. I lost track of time, and the only thing that existed was constant suffering. My body no longer existed, but the pain I felt was real, and it wasn't just physical pain. It was also the emotional pain, the pain of loneliness and abandonment. I felt completely lost and hopeless, with no idea how to escape this dark prison. When things seemed like they couldn't get worse, I encountered even more cruel spirits. They tortured me in even more terrible ways, leaving indelible marks on my soul. The pain increased each day until it reached a point where I thought I couldn't bear it anymore. I wished for my spirit to cease to exist, for my soul to disappear, and with it the endless agony. But then, something unexpected happened. Feelings of compassion and love began to surround me. I noticed distant lights, and these lights seemed to call to me. They were my loved ones who had passed before me, and also kind spirits who came to my aid. They enveloped me in a sense of peace and hope that I hadn't felt in a long time. I was taken to a place where I could begin to heal. It was a welcoming environment, full of light and serenity. There, I received care and guidance from benevolent spirits who helped me understand my mistakes and seek redemption. I learned about forgiveness, both for myself and for others. I understood that although I had made many mistakes, there was still a chance to start over and find peace. Now I write this letter to all of you who are still on the earthly plane to share my experience, and ask that you take care of yourselves and others with love and compassion. The path to redemption is difficult, but it is possible. Never give up fighting for a better life, for a purer heart, and for a more enlightened soul. I thank everyone who supported me, and who continues to listen to my music. I hope my story can serve as an example and inspiration for those facing similar challenges. Life is precious, and even in darkness, there is always a light that guides us back to love and peace. With love and gratitude, Amy Winehouse.
End of the letter. And you, what do you think of this incredible artist? Do you like her music? Do you still listen to it? What's your favorite? Comment and share your opinion, which is very important to us. Remember, our goal is to convey the message and never denigrate any religion or belief. Amy Winehouse's life was marked by extraordinary talent and intense personal challenges. From an early age, she demonstrated a unique ability to express raw and genuine emotions through her music, which captivated the world and left a lasting legacy. However, along with her artistic success came many personal demons. Her battle with addiction and the pressures of fame ultimately shortened her life, tragically and prematurely. Amy is remembered not only for her significant musical contributions, but also as an example of the deep challenges many artists face outside the spotlight. Amy Winehouse's career, though short, had a profound and lasting impact on the music world. Her songs, filled with emotion and honesty, continue to touch hearts around the world. She addressed universal themes of love, loss, and self-discovery with an authenticity that resonated with many people. Amy's life is a lesson about human fragility, showing how the pressure of success and environmental influences can profoundly affect a person. Besides her music, Amy Winehouse's story serves as an important reminder of the personal battles many artists face. Fame brought intense media attention, often intrusive, which exacerbated her personal problems. Her struggle with addiction was a constant battle, influenced by both her own vulnerabilities and complicated relationships and external pressures. Amy Winehouse left us a rich and varied discography that highlights her incredible versatility as an artist. From the early successes of Frank to the global hits of Back to Black, her music continues to be a source of inspiration and reflection. The pain and beauty of her songs reflect a life lived with intensity, passion, and unfortunately, much sadness. Amy's tragic death at 27 placed her in the infamous E27 Club, a group of iconic musicians who died young, including names like Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, and Kurt Cobain. This fact underscores the fragility and volatility of a life in the spotlight. Amy Winehouse's story is not only a celebration of her talent, but also a warning about the dangers of fame and the need for support and understanding for those battling their personal demons. In summary, Amy Winehouse left us with an unforgettable musical legacy and a life story that continues to resonate with many. Her voice and sincere lyrics touched millions of lives, and her journey is a constant reminder of the importance of supporting and caring for the artists who give so much through their art. Amy will be eternally remembered for her unique contribution to music and the life lesson her story brings. Thank you for reading this far. Leave your like, subscribe to our channel, and turn on the bell to never miss a video. May the peace of the Lord be with you and your families.